Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today to say goodbye to Chaz, or the Chop, but we don't acknowledge it as the Chop because, well, that's a stupid name. Chaz had a Z, and it was much, much better. There's word that there's going to be there is a Chaz a resurrection taking place in New York City right now, but let's be real, it's going to end in the exact same way as this. Guys, they tried. They really, really tried to bait the president into coming in and basically putting the power of the federal government to use, clearing this on out. But no. President Trump said, let it fester. And, well, it wasn't until, and here's the fun part, here's the best part. It wasn't until, they had forced entries, they had people getting shot, there was a couple of kids that got mowed down by Roz, the El Presidente of Chaz, It wasn't until they rolled up to the mayor's house that they decided, yeah, we've had enough. This is it. It wasn't until the protesters did the thing that those who tend to be on the left / intersectional / grievance studies / communist / Marxist side of things tend to do, and that's eat their own. See, that's the main problem with intersectionality, is that eventually it's circular logic. It is circular logic that ultimately will always have people turning their backs and biting the hands that feed them. Because up until that moment, the mayor was like, oh man, this is beautiful. I don't know if it was the mayor or the governor. The police have retaken the precinct. Shout out to Memology on this one. But yeah, I don't know if it was the mayor or the governor who was like, oh, it's the summer of love, party in the USA. Got my hands up, playing my song, and the butterflies go away. Don't judge me, okay? The only reason I know the lyrics to that song is because of an episode of American Dad, all right? You're the weird one. You're the weird one for thinking that. But the title of this video is by Chaz, and guess what? BLM, you're next. You're on your way out. And I want to show the cops getting a little bit of love here before we switch on over to my proof that BLM is quickly on its way out. That's nice. They're all clapping. They're all cheering. Like, yeah, woo, we got it back. Yeah, great. That's awesome. Yeah, and memology, you're 100% correct. Chaz will not be missed. But for my Jersey fam, we got a little bit of a treat, because here in New Jersey, our state legislatures, they're all in on the intersectional, communist, Marxist, blase, woo stuff. And so the red side is the only side that, that can even start to interject. And here we are with this gentleman right here. Let's get into it. Make sure we got the volume up. Okay.
Black lives matter. And let me say it again. Black lives matter. But this resolution doesn't deal with a concept. It refers to a specific organization. If you would take out a specific organization, I think you could get a unanimous vote in this House today. But no, this refers to an organization, and on their website, they praise a cop killer. They talk about defunding the police. And now we're going to have a day that's specifically referred to an organization. When in the history of this chamber do we adopt an organization's position across the board?
Not to cut you off here, Assemblyman Bramick, but the deal is that, yeah, it's a political organization. It's a political movement. As much as they may like to pretend as if the whole BLM thing is not political, you have the leaders of this movement which was a lightning rod when it came to Chaz, when it comes to Chaz 2.0. That lightning rod is political in its own nature. I have absolutely no doubt that if I were to meet, and it's so jacked up, right? because I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. I have absolutely no doubt that Mr. Bramnick is a nice guy. Whatever personal feelings he has, I don't think that they would intersect with, meeting an individual as far as any thoughts on a group. And so when it comes, so him sitting here saying, yes, Black lives do matter. Black lives do matter. Here's the deal. It's one of those things that should go without saying. All right? Plain and simple. Your life matters to me. Life matters, as I'd like to say on this channel very, very so often. But what's been happening, and this isn't just taking place here in Jersey, it's taking place across all over the nation, is that a political movement that feels, due to its intersectional roots, that, it's from a position that, when they feel like they're coming from a position that you can't argue against, or you're evil, you're racist, you're a bigot, that's when they're going to do all they can to slip in a whole bunch of terrible bullshit. Let's continue with what Assemblyman Bramnick has to say.
Let's do this right. Let's join together as one house and talk about Black Lives Matters. But when you refer to an organization that specifically says now and may say things in the future that we all don't agree on, that takes away our ability to join as one. You're forcing many of us to abstain because you are adopting positions of an entity outside of this chamber. Let's adopt our own position under Black Lives Matter and specifically indicate we're not adopting any organization. We're adopting the good faith of the people of New Jersey, and we should stand together.
Yeah, I'll cut you off there, champ, because, as far as the good faith of the people of New Jersey, the elected class couldn't give less of a rat's ass. I will, I'm sorry. I'm sure he means well, but yeah, sir, let's keep it a buck here, alright? What's being adopted here is a political position, whether you want to acknowledge it as such or not. And even with the red team, they're bowing down to it, because of the reasons that I brought up before. It's one of those positions where, well, it's so easy to quote unquote cancel people because of it, right? It's so easy. Oh, well, all lives matter. They cancel people. I don't know. Did you guys see the Asian chick who was like, oh, stab people who says all lives matter? And then 5 minutes later, she's sitting there crying. We're like, yo, I lost my job. I don't think she should have lost her job. She was wilding, but I don't think she should have lost her job. I don't think we should be allowing people's political positions to negatively affect their income and whatnot, what have you. But this has nothing to do with that. This is about the entire legislature taking on a political position and a political stance that honestly is quickly falling out of favor, if not already has. And would you like a little bit more evidence to this before we wrap this one on up? Okay, let's check this one on out.
Because I think it's obnoxious for you to preach to me and to everybody else when we had a president for 8 years who was black. What the hell is the matter with you? Are you sick in the brain?
No.